Hi everybody, Kaiwaza with you. Welcome back to my channel and to a Hawaiian record haul, something we don't see that often anymore because I have them all. But this one, so a little while ago, I was checking on Discogs and somebody had, I noticed an artist called Yngve Stoor. And there was one album by him, and then I went to that seller and there were many albums by him and they were quite reasonably priced. Now the reason I was interested in this is because I already have a dozen albums from Yngve Stoor. He's a Swedish steel guitarist and sort of singer who recorded many albums of Hawaiian music in Sweden. He also had radio programs for a long time in Sweden. And like I said, I had about 10 of his records, and I decided that I wasn't going to buy any more unless they were very inexpensive, because frankly, they're very touch and go with me. I love his steel guitar playing, and I love that he composes at least, if not more than 50% of the songs on every album. Sometimes they're like all his compositions, which I really like. I love when somebody, does original compositions in Hawaiian music. And I love his steel playing, but I'm not crazy about his singing. And I really wish, that he just kind of stuck with the steel guitar playing, because I would love to just have all these albums of him playing the steel guitar, his own compositions. I would love it. But anyway, as fate would have it, these records were pretty cheap. He was selling them pretty cheap in Lithuania, this seller was. And I kind of got caught up in it. The shipping from Lithuania is not cheap, but once you reach a certain point in your order, you're getting enough records that it really isn't super expensive to have it shipped. And I even reached a point where I ordered all the Yngve Stoor albums that they had that were in acceptable condition because they were pretty cheap, and I could add like 5 more records without the postage going up anymore. So I picked out some easy listening records, because I love my easy listening records, some Euro easy listening records that were cheap, which I can use for my Moody Mood music radio station, so I just threw those in. So let's take a look at the albums I got from Yngve Stoor. Swedish Hawaiian records. I got 10 of them. He did so many records. I think he did about 30 altogether, but I'm closing in on getting them all. And when they're cheap, I'll get them. So let's just take a quick look at them. I haven't needle dropped these. I haven't listened to them. I'm going to assume they're pretty much like the other ones. Isolé is the only one that has an actual Polynesian title. It's a Fijian song. These are all on Lonnie Records, which, by the way, also is his own record company that he had in Sweden. This translates to facing Honolulu's beach, or looking towards Honolulu Beach. Been around for a long time. He started Hawaiian music in the 1930s. This record here is what's it called? Serenade of the Stars, something like that. Starlight, in the sky. And these recordings, I think, are all from 78s or 45s. So one of these albums I have is all original 78s, one's 45s. I wanted to leave, some of them have this sticker on it. Kind of wanted to leave those on. Anyway, he was a musician already, playing the violin, and he was attending a silent film in the 30s, and they had live music accompanying the film, and it was a Hawaiian steel guitar player, and he immediately just became obsessed with this instrument, with the South Seas and all that. He learned it himself immediately from that day going forward, and performed, like I said, for decades and decades. Most of these records recorded, some of them in the 80s even, so he was active for a long time. happiness is gone, I think, if I remember what this translates to. I read all the liner notes thanks to Google Translate and translated titles and things. This is him in a little more mature state. 1978, that album is from. Here's volume 2 of this. I don't have volume 1. It's Angel Choir, or Angels Singing. I do have another album with him singing with this lady, and it's quite a nice one. This one is The Singing South Wind, I think. There's a nice picture. He kind of had a thing, I think, for some albums not having the title on the cover at all, apparently. This is Hawaii Sailing, or Hawaiian Sailing. Honolulu is Honolulu. Yeah, I wish he had not sung on these albums personally. His voice is a little better sometimes than others, and some of these albums there are like other singers on there, but it's all in Swedish when they're singing. My favorite title, this one here, Blue Latitudes. Nice name. I like that. So we'll see how they are. I'll, be digitizing them in the weeks ahead, and then maybe, rather than talk about them all individually, maybe I'll do a video just on Yngve Stoor and do some, deep album cuts, needle drops from all of his records together, so you can kind of get the idea of what we're talking about here. And then the other, I got 5 easy listening records. I'll just show these in here too, because they came with this order, and they were all cheapies. I love easy listening and Euro easy listening, so I can throw these on Moody Mood Music and Yngve Stoor on Hawaiian Hi-Fi Radio. Though I got to be a little careful with Yngve. The instrumentals, absolutely. The singing and Swedish ones, I mean, I do some, but I'm not going to do like program a million on there, because that's just kind of odd, I think. Superstar Sound, The Magic Strings, Avenue Strings, Volume 2. This is an English record, actually. I didn't know. To me, this looks like 20 trumpets or $20 trumpets, but I guess if you look on the label, it says 2,000 trumpets. Go-Go Jackson. You gotta love it. Saxophonist Max Greger plays Glenn Miller. And I had to get this one if we're getting cheapies, Go Moog smash hit synthesizer style. Played on the Moog synthesizer by Electric Coconut. Electric Coconut. That's my haul. I hope you enjoyed that. You can tune in to Hawaiian Hi-Fi. That's listed below, anytime, night or day. Playing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All the best in Hawaiian music, both native here, recorded on the island, recorded by instrumental and vocalists from the mainland, as well as Hawaiian artists from Japan and Australia and South America Europe. Might hear a little Swedish now and then. Check that out. That's listed below. Have a good day. We'll talk to you guys in the next video.